This video will teach kinder, first, and second grade teachers how to find your on-demand writing prompts for unit assessment. Let's just pretend that I'm in kinder, I'm a kindergarten teacher, and I'm looking for my assessments. Let me go to language arts and going to unit 1 because that's where the first assessment is located. For every grade level, K through 5, these types of assessments are always located under assessment resources. So any unit that you know has an on-demand, go to the assessment resource button and click. And it'll take you to this assessment resource page that you've seen before. And you will scroll down until you see this portion, Writing on-Demand Prompts. Here you will find teacher's directions here, an Eduphoria key for scoring, and also Eduphoria, the direct key here. Down below that, you'll also see the writing prompts that will be used. So the beginning continuum is used. However, the teacher's directions include everything. So let's go look at the teacher's directions. On this page, you can see that when it is revised, in case we make any adjustments or add Spanish like we've done, that's when we put revised, or for anything else. So you can see here that it has assessment information and instructions. So teachers are encouraged and advised to read through that. It gives you lots of information. Then there's a say to students part. This is the actual prompt here. There's one in English and one for Spanish, same prompt. And then you continue. And then this page will talk about the students' writing samples and how to score them and how to input this data into Eduphoria. So as you can see in this unit, here's the window. And it talks about after administering, teams should score collaboratively and use the 6 traits beginning continuum. So if we click on this link, it'll take us to the beginning continuum. So if we scroll down, here it is. It also goes on to talk about that we will report student scores through Eduphoria during this window of time, which was also cited here. And this video will help kinder, first, and second grade teachers be able to locate writing prompts. Let's say that I'm a kindergarten teacher. I'm going to go to the kindergarten ARRC, go to language arts, and unit 1, I know that there is an on-demand prompt there. I'm going to click on that unit, and then always for all grade levels, anytime that teachers are looking for DCAs, common assessments that are district supplied, we're going to go through the assessment resource button. So we're going to click there. Now for writing, we're looking for the writing on-demand prompts. So here they are here. I'm highlighting it on my screen. Here you will find that it's optional this year for some campuses. If you're an Action Campus, they're all working on those. You'll find teacher's directions and then answer key. You'll also below here see the continuum, which is the rubric that you'll score. But first, let's go back to the teacher's directions and click on that. In the teacher's directions, you will find some information that's important. We'll talk about this in a little bit, but this title here is really important for you locating this test key in Eduphoria so that you can input your students' data. So make sure that you remember this is the name of the test in Eduphoria. This teacher's guide will give you assessment information and instructions, so please read through all of this before administering. Here's the portion that you say to students in English, and then the same portion in Spanish, same prompt for the personal narrative. If you continue going down to the second page, you will find the student writing samples, how to score those, and how to input them into Eduphoria. So you can see here, this is laying out for you your assessment window. After administering the writing sample, it says to meet collaboratively and score, and that teachers will use the 6 traits continuum that's located on the assessment resource page. We just saw that, but you can also click on this link, and it'll take you to the beginning writer's continuum. There it is. Then it goes on to remind teachers that we need to report this through Eduphoria during this window, and that the window closes October 28th. Teachers will use bubble sheets, so that's something that you can look at your campus. Maybe finding a buddy, and it's a 3rd grade, 4th grade, or 5th grade teacher to walk you through this or just give you some tips might be helpful. You'll use bubble sheets that you can print, or if you'd like to enter it, you can do that manually through Eduphoria. Since you're using the 6 traits, you're going to use this kind of a chart to input. So in Eduphoria, for item 1, you would, for ideas, whatever you scored that child, you would put 1 letter. So let's say that in ideas, the student on our beginning continuum here was experimenting. And then for ideas, you would input 8 in Eduphoria. So you'd bubble it for A, I might have said 8, sorry, A, or if you do it manually, you would click the A. And you would continue doing so for every trait. Again, going back to the rubric and looking at it. So maybe for organization, they were a 2. So then back here, organization, B, that would be a 2. That's how the teacher's guide is set up, and those are the directions. So if you're ever confused or need information, this is a very thorough guide that walks you through how to do that. So now back to Eduphoria. As you remember, this is the title that you'll need to copy and look for, or just remember. Basically the K, because it's kinder, WRTG because it's writing, and U01 because it's Unit 1. So it helps to have an Eduphoria shortcut. So I have one here. I'll go to Eduphoria and I would log on and I would keep going and I would until you, just like you would for BAS, except for this time, instead of finding BAS, what you want to find is the, oops, sorry. I think I closed it. Sorry. Except for this time, what you want to find is this. Instead of the early literacy for BAS, you want to look for this title. You would click on that and then just put in the information there as it's formatted. Again, if you have questions about how to input that, you can talk to some teachers on your campus in 3rd grade, 4th grade, or 5th grade, and they would be really experts at helping you walk through that. So this is how to locate the DCAs, or the, as we're calling them, the writing on demand prompts that we're trying out for kinder and first this year and 2nd. And we hope this was helpful to you. And if you have any questions, again, you can ask teachers on your campus who are in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and they would be great at helping you, as well as your IAT. They would also be knowledgeable on how to do this. So just remember, the Assessment Resource tab is the tab that you always want to go to and look for. And then the teacher's guide, the teacher's directions are very helpful. And as you can see, remember when we referred to it in the teacher's directions, you can also connect to the rubric here. And this is in every unit in the whole year. This will only be in the units for the on-demand prompts that have the on-demand prompts. So we hope this is helpful, and we look forward to collecting this data and learning more about our writers.